Hey, Carmen, do you read me? What?
Hello, and welcome to the 1 week anniversary from last Saturday. This is the WCGA podcast brought to you by the WCGA. My name is Dan at Danzer Dragoon. You can find me on Instagram at Danzer Dragoon. You can also find me in the Discord. Welcoming all the new people from all over the world to our cesspool pit of plastic goodness. Today we got 3 people. We got 4 people on the podcast today. We've got Ian, Chris, and Josh. Guys, where can we find you guys? Ian, you go first.
You will find me at Cantus_Prime on Instagram.
Nice. And Chris?
You can find me at Neverwaffle _ on Instagram.
Nice. And Josh?
You can find me at Cobraplamo on Instagram.
Why is your voice went down like an octave?
Balls dropped.
Oh,
I finally
There it
hit
is.
maturity after
There it is.
someone else hit
1
it.
minute, 10 seconds.
we're really excited. So we've got Chris. Chris is going to be on the podcast for a while. And we've got Josh. We've got both of you guys here because you went to a special show, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But first, we're going to check in with everybody. What did y'all snag? I want to show off something I snagged. I'm
for it,
pretty
man.
excited about it. It is not a model kit. Let me show you. It's the Beast Wars Transformers Predacon Collection. Look at that. Look at the box art. So good. It comes with Megatron, Inferno, Pterosaur, Tarantulas, Black Arachnia, Waspinator, and Scorponok. And these are the Takara Tomy versions, I believe, that were mostly released in Japan only. Is that right, Ian?
No, they're the colors of the figures are different.
It's also the molds, too. The molds are different from the ones that we got over.
Molds are the same.
As the originals?
I have. Oh no, because these are new figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely new figures.
Yeah.
But we could get
Anyways.
them here in the U.S. too. Anyway.
Super cool. This is what happens, Ian, when you let me talk about Transformers.
Yeah. Shut up.
I'm super excited about this. This is really cool. I'm never going to open it.
Yeah.
I didn't really pick up anything else, though. That's it. What about you guys?
Mm-hmm. It's been like the weeks are really blurry, so I know I've gotten more stuff, but I cannot remember all of it. What does matter the most to me is when we went to Westside Comic Con, I got a couple issues of Transformers Generation 2. I got the issue Death is Afoot. Very nice. I love the Generation 2 cover art. So that was a definite pickup. And then thank you very much to Dan. Got me a graded issue of Transformers Generation 2. I got issue number 5.
Oh,
Graded.
What's the grade?
A 9.8. It's really good, and I love this cover. Super iconic.
Sweet.
I don't know anything about Transformers, but Ian came back to the booth and was like, they got this graded thing over there with Megatron on it and holding some guy's head. And I was like, oh, cool. So then I was going to look to get him something at the con. And I was standing at his booth and he had like 6 graded comics there, all Transformers. Like, frick. Hope I remember which one to get because I don't know if he's going to do returns or exchanges. So,
Yeah.
well,
you weren't getting the one with Optimus that had the bullet lodged in his head.
I was tempted.
He
had it. So he had it. It was funny. He had it priced. So he told me, he's like, I have it priced way over MSRP because I don't actually want to sell it. And I was like, okay, makes sense. I've been there before.
Yeah. He's just.
What about you, Chris?
I'm just bringing it.
You pick up
I
anything?
got a lot of. Well, see, if I picked up anything, then it would be a bad thing, right? If I picked up any model kits. But I picked up some stuff for dioramas. Chris Amisu had mentioned the trees that he was using in his dioramas, so I picked those up. And I picked up some little bits of grass, stuff like that. And then I got some AK terrain stuff. And I realized when I opened them that I could have just made them, and I was like, all right, well, it is what it is. You know, could have just made them, but I I just bought them because I was like, I want to do more terrain stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's nice to have that stuff on hand, though.
yeah,
If you're into building dios and stuff like that, it's always good to have some quick solution for, a project you're working on. Like, oh, I don't have to make this up. I just grab a little spoonful and slap her in there.
you just got it ready to go.
Yep. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I actually got a few things from the weekend of Rocky Mountain. Shout out to Steve Monsell for giving me and Chris some of these his product called Value Gear. It's a bunch of casted resin parts and bits and things like that. So you got from like ammo cans to containers, all cool stuff that could be easily used for anything.
Yeah.
Shout out to also Scott. I got a Moebius 1/72nd scale Colonial Viper Mark II from the Battlestar Galactica TV show reboot.
That's sick.
Oh, sick.
So these are out of print. So he had a spare. So yeah, I have both the 72nd 32 scale. And then shout out to John.
Spare and he just gave you one?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I have a spare set.
Dear
Well,
buddy.
because the 72nd scale kits, they come in a pack of 2.
Oh,
So you get like 2 per box. So he's like, yeah, I have like a spare. I'll give you one. And then shout out to John Bonani. He gave me this really cool. Well, we traded, but I got this really cool little Yokohama family ramen shop. It's a 3D printed little shop. It's got a whole bunch of cool little options on it. It's like I think it's like this big, but
Ooh.
I'm excited
That's
to try
right.
to crack into that at some point.
You could make a dio where the cup noodle model is smashing into the ramen shop model.
There we go. That's an idea. And then a couple more things. I grabbed the VF 171 EX Valkyrie Nightmare Plus Valkyrie.
Have you built a model from Big West before?
So Big West is the license holder for Backcross, but the actual company is Wave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I built my 1/100 scale Super Valkyrie is actually by Wave.
Oh, nice.
And then the last thing, I know Dan's gonna get excited, is the Bandai's 1/48 scale X-Wing Starfighter Moving Edition. And when I mean moving is it actually comes with a motor to activate the S foils for the X-Wing, and it has light up engines, torpedoes, and cockpit. Plus, it makes lights and it has sounds too.
Yes.
Super cool. I was really mulling over it all day to the point that I was just annoying the living cow out of Chris.
He kept asking me. He's like, "Hey, Chris, do you think I should get this? It has this. I'm just like, it sounds really cool.
It sounds like you like it a lot. You should probably get it, dude.
That's with every model with him. He always has everything that he likes about it, and he is like, you can see how he's trying to justify it in his mind of how he's wanting to buy it. And then we were after dinner, and he was still talking about it, even though the show was over. Nobody was selling anything. And then he was talking about it, and then we saw the guy who was selling it, just like, he popped up out of thin air. And then he asked him, he's like, "Can I still buy it?" And he was like, "Yeah." So he just bought it.
Yeah, shout out to
after
Doug.
dinner.
Yeah, Doug's a cool guy. Well, the part of the mulling is that I didn't pay for luggage for the trip. I literally just had a backpack and my little tote of all my small models in there. So I've already bought one kit. And I'm like, well, shoot, how am I going to bring this all back? So I had to tear down the boxes and retape them up when I got home and line my bag with runners with clothing in between it and hope that TSA doesn't find anything suspicious about, which thank God, no. I got through
That's really
TSA
smart.
pretty good. Yeah.
That you did it that way. That's really smart. Everything got home safe?
Yeah, everything's good as far as I know. The models are good. Everything's pretty good.
We were talking last night about that X-Wing, and it's super unique that Bandai did a motorized model like that with the stand and sound effects. Like I can't think of another model that's motorized that they've done in the sci-fi realm. I'd have to look into it, but I've never seen it before. So when I saw the Bandai red label on there, I was like, "What?" So not only do you have the beauty and the craftsmanship or whatever, the fitment of a Bandai model kit, but you got cool gimmicks too.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I was
so
thinking of
excited.
you, Dan, when I bought that. I was like, Dan's gonna really freak out when I show him this X-wing.
Yeah. Oh, I immediately when I was like, I think I responded, "It moves."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hopped right onto eBay, and then I was like, I was gonna buy one, and I was like, this is Josh's special. I don't want to have this. So I'm gonna wait till Josh builds it whenever that happens, and then I'll buy one. But, yeah.
I'll just wait 10 years later when it's even harder to find. There you
Yeah.
go. Want to wait on
It's
the
a-
X-wing?
Keep it in your closet long enough, gatekeep
Well,
them.
maybe now that you bought one, maybe they'll reprint it. I
Mm,
doubt it.
Ooh,
The electronics and stuff like that are really hard to source, I'm assuming.
I
right.
think I saw that thing like 3-4 years. I remember seeing it at a local hobby town, and it was like only one copy of it, and it's like it comes and goes.
Ah, okay,
Mm.
okay.
It's like a
So
mysterious like one kit. Like you get it, and it's like nope.
well, that brings us to what we're working on. Why don't you go first, Josh, since you're all warmed up vocally.
Well, right now, I got a few things I'm working on. I'm trying to finish up the high grade Zessa custom build. I'm currently in the weathering stage right now, and I'm also
Crane's
thinking of,
brain.
yeah,
Is it okay if I show a picture of it?
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and keep going, and I'll
Yeah, so I'm in the weathering stage of that right now. You can find photos sometimes of my whips in the Discord. So been working on that. I've been on a very heavy physical health binge. Like I've been actually putting a lot of time trying to work on myself physically. So modeling time has taken a little bit of a back seat. But it's good. It's good. I want to feel good while
Yeah.
I'm modeling. So other projects that I am going to start is I got that 1/35th scale Edelweiss that I'm going to work on with John Bonani at some point, and then I know I want to revisit the full armor Gundam later down the line.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are the few things that I got on the bench right now.
So here, if you're watching right now, you can check out the screen, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can see here. If you go to Cobra's Instagram at Cobraplamo, you can see the progress of this thing. It's been pretty impressive to watch, but it started off as a pink brain,
Yeah.
and it's slowly but surely getting more and more detail, which is really like this right here. A lot of people would stop here. They'd be like, "Yeah, it's done. I did a paint." No, not Cobra. He's got to put all the washing and the weathering and the shading in there. Give it more highlights, make it look more like brain. And then you locked all that in, it looks like. Or wait, so you did all the washing, weathering, and then you went in here and now you're adding the chipping effects, yeah?
Well, the one prior to it was actually me trying to just accentuate the pink red tones on it.
Mhm.
Like sort of like a post shade effect on, and now I'm actually doing all the weathering. So there's going to be the chipping, there's going to be sort of rust effects, a few bits of streaking, things like that to try to tie it all together. I talked to this build's actually for a friend of mine, and I sent him a text at partial mid weather. I was like, "Hey man, like, are you still okay with this? Because once I'm rolling, it's going to be much harder to pull back." So he's like, "You know what? I
Yeah.
trust you." I'm like, all right, well, if you don't like it, I'm going to show you that text message later.
It's looking really cool. I love it.
Well, thank you.
The taking that, that risk of like doing that extra stuff, I think is really paying off.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
taking a pink model like that and doing all of that to it is just like is crazy because it's like
tough to work with pinks. Like
Yeah.
that
I don't-
shade in general is really hard to work with, and like your understanding of color theory is really shining here, because shading pink, like that would be tough for a lot of folks to like conceptually figure out like what colors to use for shading pink
Yeah.
specifically. It's hard.
I think this is like maybe the third pink subject I've ever done. So clearly I don't do pinks at all. So I've really just been trying to eyeball it all, because I use like a range, I think, of like 4 to 5 different pinks, and just
Yeah.
kind of
That's what
just
I'm talking about, like-
yeah.
Like most
Yeah.
most folks, pink is a tough one.
Mhm.
And So that's really, really impressive. Like you're making it look less gaudy by adding that shading in there, and a lot more visually exciting to look at. Chris, what you working on, buddy?
So I kind of I feel like I burnt myself out a little bit doing all those bases before the show because I have not wanted to work on anything since I got back. But that's also due to the fact that I want to snap all of my kits that I have right now. You can kind of see the stack behind me right there. It's stacked up. I want to say like 10 like master grades high. And right now I'm working on the high grade wing and getting that snapped up and doing all the prep work and
Nice.
stuff like that on it for the group build for the club. And then I'm gonna snap up the 30-minute fantasy kit that I have for that, which is this guy, which is the Roseanne Priest.
Nice.
Nice.
You know, we have a. Yeah, go ahead.
I have the class up kit for it too in that box, so that'll be pretty cool.
Pretty cool. We have a club competition going on right now. Everything has to be hand painted for the it's a 30-minute fantasy competition. Everything has to be hand painted, and it has to have a dio to tell a story. Because we're kind of on dio theme right now because we just finished up the club's first like class, and which was a huge success. So if you're interested, check out the Discord. And I was gonna say something else, but I totally spaced what it was. Oh, we had our first submission. Somebody's finished.
Yeah, I was gonna take a look at it when we're done here, but
it's cool.
It's gonna
cool.
be fun.
Got lights.
Yeah, I really want to like test everything that I've kind of learned over the past like couple weeks or so on that build and just kind of see what I can do with it. Because I kind of just want to do like a base layer with like sponge painting and stuff, and then do a lot of after like weathering and stuff like that to really tie it all in, and then do a fun little base for it. So it'll be pretty cool.
Cobra, were you a participant in our last one that we did?
I was.
Missions?
Very last minute participant. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what your build was.
It was oh gosh, I can't remember what the kit was, but it was like a really scrunched up, really broad shouldered kit, all in green and like metallics and stuff.
Okay.
I took I took some of the arms and like restructured it so it had like a big fat like one claw arm and then the one small one with like a pistol on it or something.
I'm gonna look it up here really fast because I'm just trying
to
remember.
I have such a short-term memory.
It was literally the week of submission. I just said, all right, we're gonna do this real quick.
Yeah. I love the colors on it. Really cool. So if you want to check out any of our completed final photos from the last comp we did last year for 30-minute missions, you scroll all the way down in the Discord channel to the Great Archive, open that up, and then go to 30-minute missions final photos. You can see all of the amazing builds in there. Ian, what are you working on?
I am almost done with my Wolf Scout kill team. So I've
look at that.
Pretty much finished nearly painting up my Wolf Priest Scald.
Sweet.
I'm not good at eyes, so I just kind of did like a drop of white and a bit of blue on one of his eyes to kind of give it glowing because he's a psyker. And then I did a little bit of white and blue dropped into the runes on his necklace and then around on his back. So it looked like the runes on his stuff are glowing.
Dude, Ian.
Yeah.
Your shading is looking awesome on that, dude.
Thank you.
You're
so you went from
exponentially.
Yeah, you went from that last kill team you did where it was like mostly black.
Yeah,
for all the guys. Was that the
RBDs, the
RBDs? Yeah,
Judge Dredd guys.
Yeah. And now you're doing like blues, which allow you to have a little freedom for like shading and stuff. That looks really, really good.
Thank you. So I just
you're really locking in.
Thank you. Yeah, I just got to get the bases finished. I've got some snow effects to put on there and put some grass in the snow. see if I can figure out how to flock it a little.
Yeah. You're gonna do a wash over that guy?
I want to yeah, I'll try figuring out a wash, but I gotta be careful not to like drown out colors.
Yeah. Sepia could be a good wash for that blue.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Could try it out. All right, so what am I working on? Boy, I'm hip deep in sanding right now on the PGU. I'm sanding every single piece, making it all look really nice and getting rid of every single mold line on that kit. It's interesting getting back into the PGU RX-78 too. There's not a lot of runners. It's a pretty small runner count on that thing. And the fact that it has pre-molded arms or like arm frames
great.
and leg.
Ooh, it's kind of like the RGs. Like it has
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
full. Oh, okay.
Yeah, really interesting. I didn't remember this when I built it the first time.
Yeah.
So that's going to save a lot of time, right, on prep and
Yeah,
stuff like
on-
that, because
on
none
all
of
that
this
kind of
needs to be
stuff.
prepped. You just snip it out, maybe get rid of some nubs and let her rip. So I'm
Mhm.
hip deep in that thing. I'm also printing multiple projects right now. I am printing terrain for Kill Team. So I've got these resin pieces here that I've done so far. These are floor tiles. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but there we go.
There we go.
They're floor tiles. And they all have holes pre-made into them for magnets. So when it's all done, you can just snap the leg or the pieces together, including the walls and the pillars that hold them together. And Ian, you were talking last night. There is, with this same file set, a staircase, multiple staircases you can print and create another level with pillars, so you can have multi-leveled
Oh my
Kill
gosh.
Team areas with,
Sweet.
like you said, objectives.
Yeah.
So this has been super fun to fire up the old resin printer again. I haven't used it since I printed the Titan Zaku. Luckily for me, before I put away the resin printer, I cleaned it super thoroughly. I saved myself a lot of money and time by doing that. So if you're going to put away your resin printer specifically, clean it really good before you put it away for a while. I'm also
Yeah.
printing, so this is the result of 30 hours on my FlashForge Pro 5M. This is a 30-hour print right here. This is backpack pieces or back pieces, shoulder pieces for the Kobalevsky 42
Right.
from Robot Jocks. This took 30 hours to print.
That's
don't
so
know.
crazy.
I mean, it's basically a full plate of plastic, and it's pretty heavy. This was about 75% of spool, so about 700 kilograms of plastic. So I'm gonna clean this thing up today, bust the pieces out, but that print's going pretty well.
yeah.
It'll be cool to have this guy standing next to the Matsumoto, because the Matsumoto is actually smaller than the Kobalevsky. So
Oh,
this thing
boy.
will stand even taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So I just had a question about going back to the PGU, because that was your very first kit that you built. Looking back at it now, after you've been in the hobby space for a couple years, and now you're going back at that, like how do you kind of view things a little differently when coming back to that kit now versus when you did originally?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I noticed immediately. One, this is the first Bandai build I've done since I did the Devastator custom on the Psycho Gundam. So in between then and now, I've built a lot of other brands of model kits, and Bandai model kits are so good. Like the gate placement on the runners, they think about that. The plastic feels different when I'm sanding. It's more productive. I'm like making a lot more progress on a nub. So like as far as like the work part, that's definitely there. Also, just the engineering, like the engineering of the kit. There's some things I didn't remember from the last time, like the pre-built arms and legs frame parts. But I think when I get into painting is when I'm really going to start feeling the difference, like the nostalgia hit, because that was the first kit I built, and I didn't do any painting on it. It was just a straight build. I did the decals and panel lining, but I think when I get into the painting and the customization and all that stuff, that's when I'll start having more opinions about that kind of a thing. Does that answer your question?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just curious because like when I've gone back through and rebuilt kits that I've built previously, I always I just kind of gloss over everything when I built it the first time. I'm not really paying attention to anything. But then as
Yeah.
I go through it again, or like even when I'm going back through a project, that I snapped up years ago and then I'm starting to paint, I notice like little things that I appreciate more about it that I just didn't really care for in the initial build of it.
Right.
When you go back through and like you've seen like other stuff that you're just like, man, I hate this, how this builds up or how this is like, engineered. But then when you go back to another kit, you're just like, wow, they actually like really took time and did a lot of extra work to make this just work better than
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
So
I've also been like, as I handle each piece, I'm looking at the instruction manual and I'm sorting pieces into different colors and things like that, different parts of the process, because I snip everything out, sand it, clean it, and paint it. As I've been going through that, I've noticed a lot of the engineering of the kit. I think they definitely took into consideration painters when they were engineering this thing. Every piece that shouldn't be seen is hidden on this kit, which is pretty phenomenal. Like hinges, ball joints, things like that, where you like on a high grade, it's like super hard to hide those types of things or paint them and not have them scratch. Like that's all hidden on this guy, which is a feat of engineering for sure. So yeah, it's been really fun to go back through it. But I'm kind of tired of the sanding. I want it to be done because I want to paint. Paint's where I really have fun with the hobby.
I feel the same exact way. I hate prep, but painting is like where I'm super happy.
Yeah. Yeah, and man, probably snipping the kit out too also just makes my brain like shut off. I hate it so much. It sucks. I just want to burn through that so fast. But you have to take your time, especially if you're going to paint a kit when you're snipping, because you don't want to accidentally over snip or cause an issue. Luckily, you don't have to worry about stress marks when you're painting, though. All that goes away.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Before we get into news, we got a special sponsor today.
When the world ends, gold and bitcoins won't save you. You can't eat a bottle cap. In the wasteland, only one currency matters. Pasta. Chef Boyardee's pasta. While others fight over scraps, the wise are hoarding beefaroni. But don't wander the radioactive ruins alone. When the sky falls, bring your cans to Barry Boyardee's Fortress of Flavor. 20 cans of ravioli gets you inside the gates. 50 cans gets you a seat on the Warlord's Council. Don't not bring any generic brands, though. The Barry knows his pasta. Start stacking today. Come to Barry Boyardee's, where the sauce is savory and the apocalypse is delicious. Available at your local grocery store while it still exists.
It's a funny sponsor because this guy is really like front loading his business proposals, right? Like the apocalypse hasn't happened and he's started a business around it. He's like a doomsday prepper gone capitalist.
Yes.
Hey, thanks to those. That's what pays the bills around here, the sponsors. So appreciate the new sponsor. We're definitely keeping that in the log. Ian, what we got for news?
Yes.
Is there even any news?
We blew through so much news last week. But we didn't. You know what? Was there anything from Shizuoka? Did Chris, Josh, did you see any of the reveals?
Go ahead, Chris.
I saw everything, but nothing really like stuck out to me. Like, I need to buy this right now. I think my favorite is definitely the Gray's Eye, though. just because that's I like the scene where it's fighting the Barbatos. It's just it feels like such like an N level boss, but it's just like it's like right at the beginning. It's not
Mhm.
like compared to the ending of Iron Blooded Orphans, that thing is piecemeal. It's not really anything like, but at the beginning of that show when you're going through the story, it feels so like monstrous, but it's I don't know. But I do like that one a lot. It's cool that we're
Yeah.
getting another full mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite, Josh?
Yeah. So out of the ordinary for me, I always love when new Macross items are either getting made or reprinted. It seems like a lot of companies are jumping in on the Macross bandwagon. Aoshima revealed their triple changed VF I think 17 VF 11-17 kit, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen Aoshima do a Macross kit at all, so it's nice that they're jumping in there. uh Fujimi, I think Fujimi. There's just so many brands that somehow Macross is like, making a comeback in the modeling sphere, but
Yeah.
that just tells me that it's going to be a lot harder for me to acquire because of all the whole licensing and stuff that happens and distribution, which means
Yeah.
it's gonna cost me a pretty penny to get some of these products if I really want them. But I'm again always happy to see Macross get its flowers and representation.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, when you say triple change,
Like the model kit itself. So like the old Bandai kits, how they had like the Macross
Yeah.
70 seconds to get. So this kit will do the same. It will actually convert. Yeah.
Wow.
that's all I want.
Yeah. So yeah, Aoshima, yeah, coming in hot with
All right,
a
I'll keep an eye out for
converted.
that.
So it's
Yeah.
got plain mode, Gerwalk mode, and then like full walker mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got all the 3 modes in the single kit.
That's
Is
sweet.
it parts for me at all, or do we know yet?
From the looks of it, no.
That's crazy.
It's yeah, because if you look at Macross's official Instagram page, they got someone that's like interviewing the different manufacturers, and they have all 3 modes of that single model, of course, all grayed out,
Yeah.
on display at their table. And yeah, there doesn't look like there's any parts left over where it's all complete convert and stuff. So
sweet.
that'd be cool.
All right.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna tackle it because I've only built one of Bandai's like fully transformable kits, and I'm gonna be honest, after a while I threw it in the trash. And this was like my younger days in the hobby, just because there were so many bits and pieces coming off, and it didn't feel like they were lining up. It honestly almost felt like they were taking like their metal build figures and just converting it as a model kit with
Oh.
like more brittle plastic. It's not as like that. Like, so we'll see. And I have 2 of their VF1s of Bandai's VF1s that I'm just dreading to start because I know I'm just dreading the experience of how that's going to be, but we'll
Yeah.
see. But I am excited, and I'm really hoping Aoshima, they do some really good kits. So I'm hoping that they'll, bring it home with this release.
Yeah. Okay. But looking back at Shizuoka Hobby, we have actual like product images for upcoming models, and I wanted to point out that the high grade Spiegel comes with a special display stand with a rotary dial, so you can
Huh?
put him into a pose and spin him around like a tornado.
Good job, Bandai. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That was pretty cool.
Ooh.
It's called some scroll attack. Option hands with like little throwing kunai knives. So that looks very fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I
also
wonder if
we-
they're going to start incorporating a spinning base more into more of their base. Like, are they going to? That would be cool if they released an action base that has that gimmick on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let everybody buy it.
Yeah.
And I know everyone hates this, but now I got
Better.
a better look at this kit because at the show it's kind of hard to pick out all the detail, and now I got a full res image of the Liberty Astray red frame, the new Master Grade that's taken a lot of shots. I can see now like what's changed on the kit, like as far as like the new rifle, new detail in the armor. It looks okay, but it is so close to the original that it doesn't
Can
intrigue
you zoom
me.
in on the? Can you zoom?
I-
Use your scroll. There you
I
go.
like it
Yeah.
though.
So I noticed the forearms are different, the head sculpt is different, shoulders are different.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, there's so
Front skirt's got a
surface
little
detail,
bit.
there's a lot different, but it's
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the
To the
same
original?
frame with different outer armor on it, like different like
Yeah.
ribs and holes to put the different outer armor on it, but it's the same structure still.
Uh-huh.
I do like
If
the head
you're-
sculpt on it though.
If you're a fan of Seed,
Yeah.
and you're a fan of the Astray, you're eating good
doesn't
for the
look like there's
last 10 years.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's a lot in this kit, and then flipping around to the back here, there is like it looks like a new shield with the storage option for the swords.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's got 2 of them now. Yeah, I mean, if this is like a $50 master grade,
Oh yeah.
maybe. Because there's
Well,
it's
especially if they improved that. I was not
60?
a fan.
No.
I was not a fan of the frame and the red frame Astray. I didn't.
Yeah.
Pieces were kind of not really secured well. Like if this is if they're not reusing a bunch of stuff and this is a whole new mold, that will be probably a buy for me, honestly.
I think it's pretty possible
Because I would like to come back to, because the only experience I have with the Astray is the red frame master grade, and I didn't like that build very much.
Yeah. And then something kind of new is we have the Master Grade Gundam Mark V Earth Federation colors. Mostly a recolor kit, but it does have a new rifle seen here in the hand.
Yeah.
Ashmore
That's
rifle.
pretty much it.
The rifle's cool.
I
I love the color scheme.
yeah. I
Yeah.
I adore this color scheme. It gave
Yeah.
me ideas for mine.
But you can do this with the Mark V if you're a painter.
Yeah, the only difference
for the
is
gun.
that rifle though.
Yeah. Is this something you're grabbing as a big Sentinel fan?
Who are you talking to?
Me?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not the Sentinel.
No, I mean, I think it's cool, but I already have my Mark V, so this one just gave me
Exactly.
ideas. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe if I paint it in like general Revel colors, even though that makes no sense, like in the lore, but I think it would look pretty neat now. Like seeing
It's
it
a
in
very
that, like,
expensive master grade too.
yeah, it's a pricey one, but it's
Not
really
a very complicated kit either.
What is
Very
it?
simple.
105, 110?
yeah.
Yeah.
No way. Is it
It's
really?
reached
Yeah.
$100.
It's reached
okay. That's crazy because the original one was 80, and I thought that was really steep.
Yeah, I think I got it when it was 90 off of P
Mhm.
Bandai, and then now with everything going up in price, I could imagine this one's probably going to be like 110 maybe, because
probably
everything's just
120.
yeah, it's just gone up. And this build is really really simple. It doesn't have a lot going on as far as the complicated frame parts and stuff. So
Yeah.
it honestly is just kind of the size, the amount of plastic you're getting is what you're paying for with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little on the larger side of master grades, but it's not huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's much large like the master grade. I want to say Rizel.
The
Yeah.
Defensor?
With the double guns.
With the big backpack.
Yeah, the Defensor.
That sucker's huge,
Yeah.
and that thing is sub 100.
Yeah.
It's like 80.
Yeah.
Just recently reprinted. So that's a tough cookie. This one was never this model this mold was never released as a in store. It's always been P Bandai. From the first master grade to this one, it's always P Bandai. And I wonder if that's part of it too. Is like their production run on this is small, so they can't get that price down. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Limited run, large amount of plastic.
Yeah, because I imagine there's not a lot of people who are interested in this. That's what a lot of like the I guess not the non-monochrome boxes that we see on P Bandai are just stuff that they don't think will sell really well if they do a regular release run of it. So they just print smaller quantities and put it on P Bandai. So
yeah. I wonder where they get that market research from. I know that they're releasing a new program where and Josh, you're into this. It's like a Bandai model kit essentially like Facebook site or something. I forget what it's called.
That creator.
Oh, builder's note that I
Yeah.
got on there
So-
and haven't been on it in a few months.
So they've added a new feature to that where you have to be in the app or whatever, and you get points for voting or something like that. I could be botching this totally, and you get to vote for what Bandai reprints or prints. I wonder if they're getting a lot of their free market research just from what people post in that small little sphere too.
Yeah. I mean, but with that, you can have people like kind of fudging the numbers. They're just like, all right, everybody, let's vote for a high grade Nether Gundam. Let's get them to make a Nether Gundam. Like, or
Sure.
like they
But-
arbitrarily raise the numbers on
What-
stuff like that.
What if that's what we want? What if that's what we want?
Yeah.
It is true.
There are some kits that
They're asking
want
us
for
what
the
we want.
meme
We voted.
too, like the Tequila Gundam or the Windmill Gundam. Like people want those for the meme, and it would sell
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd
because
buy 'em.
of the meme.
Yeah, I'd buy them just
Would
because
So
still
there's some-
a lot of premium
There's
bands.
some silliness there too, but
Motor
it would be
rides.
really interesting. We got to get somebody from the Bandai marketing team on the podcast sometime soon.
That's gonna be great. Someone's gonna, when that kit eventually, so hopefully it comes out, someone's gonna install a motor and they're gonna
Yeah.
over voltage it and it's gonna explode.
That would be awesome.
That would
Oh
be
my
awesome.
gosh.
I
That
feel
would
that's
be
Can you
damn
overvolt
chat.
your X-wing so the wings just go?
You got an extra however much money I spent on that thing to replace the motor.
make it take off. Just send 4
Battle
volts
damage.
to that.
We'll
motor.
crowd
You do it-
we'll
You can do it on
crowdfund
yours, Dan.
we'll crowdfund
I
one for you. But the rule is you have to explode it with overvolting it.
I just just make a high production thing. Get a green screen in the back and almost look like I'm filming a scene where a TIE fighter's blowing it up. Make it
Yeah, it's
actually,
like
yeah.
it's like Banksy's art where he shreds the thing after it sells. He shredded his artwork or whatever. Like you bring it to a competition and you destroy it on the table. While the judges are looking at it, you have like a remote control. Just I've thought about doing something like that where I have like a hidden vat of acetone or something or hydrochloric acid underneath the model kit, and I push a button and it opens up and you see it go bloof.
You just do it with a Haro and then it just starts dissolving.
Uh,
It's the-
You gotta have a kit where it's got like a swinging arm hinge, so it's like the Terminator having its thumb up as it's going down the vat of acid.
Someday I will do something like that where it's like
nice.
performative art and where it dies on the table. That'll be super funny. Is that what we got for news, Ian?
Yeah, like we've pretty much covered everything. And then
Yeah.
as more product photos come out that highlight new things, I'll put them up.
Awesome. Thank you. That brings us into the big show. You guys went to the Rocky Mountain Expo for the first time, both of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead and let's start with what is the Rocky Mountain Expo?
Yeah, so the Rocky Mountain Expo is over in Utah, located in Salt Lake City, hosted by a bunch of awesome modelers over there in the Utah area. My friend Scott Gentry, he's the head organizer of the show. A lot of those guys, they've been in the modeling scene for a long time when it comes to IPMS and certain the whole Rainer, right? And their goal for the show was to try to actually give the modeler value when they go to a competition. Because when we all know when we go to a competition, some of us, we travel a bit of a great distance, and all we get is a few people looking at our stuff, and then maybe if we're lucky we might place, but not hardly any form of feedback or communication. You kind of have to fight for it, right? And then when you go into the modeling room, just where there's that energy, right, where it's just there's a lot of pressure, there's just intensity, and just wondering like who's got what. Whereas this show, what I really like about it is it's all focused on just the modeler and their work. So the best way I can describe it is imagine kind of like Model Mania, for example, shout out, where you would bring a whole bunch of your models and you would do it in an exhibitor style. So for instance, myself and Chris, we brought like close to under 20 kits. We had a table and we exhibited all of our models. And so what would happen is there would be groups of judges going in, doing what they would call triage and checking all of your models on the table. Then they would decide amongst themselves which one of your works has stood out to them the most. And then they would go against that with a judging criteria. Whereas versus when you go to another competition, you might have, I don't know, 5 RX-78s, for example, lined up by different modelers. And then the immediate thing that you would try to do is scrutinize every single one of them right away so that you can get to their winner. Whereas this one, it's really about appreciating the builder's effort over the imperfections of their builds.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you each had a table, you each had a handful of models, and then all the different. So do they? I'm assuming you have to like reserve a table if you go to the show.
So when you
Like
get to the
pre-sign up?
show, when you get to the show, they have you check in with staff, and you check in with staff at the show floor. Then they essentially help assign you a spot because sometimes because it's collection based on an exhibitor level,
Yeah.
you may not need a whole table. It's like there were some people that were sharing half a table with somebody else. So it really just depends. So yeah, you just go in, check in with them, and then you just start setting up.
If you plan on bringing, let's say, 15 to 20 models of varying sizes and scales, would it be helpful to reach out to the staff first via email or via Facebook, whatever their page
Yeah,
is, know?
when you're signing up, they ask you how much space you think you'll need.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this year they did it a little different, where they had their tables set up a little differently than the previous years. So it was
Yeah.
just larger round tables, and a lot of people were just kind of like, like, okay, like whenever you're walking in and like setting up stuff, they're asking you like, okay, how much space do you think you'll need? And then they kind of are just like, okay, do you think you're gonna take up half or how much? And then with me, I was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna start setting them up, and then hopefully, I can just kind of organize them in a way that they're not taking up the whole table, but they took up the whole table because I brought 16 models. So
Yeah.
And they're all master grade too. So
yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple high grades in there. Don't forget about them.
yeah.
So both of you guys decided to go to this show. Chris, let's start with you. Tell us about your prep, like your prep for the show, because yours is interesting, and also what inspired you to bring what kits? Like what was your thought process for what to pick to bring?
So definitely it was I wanted to pick like all of the models that I felt were the best to show off. But, I of course can't do anything easy on myself. So I decided, why not add bases to, I want to say, I think 10 of the models that I brought. So
Ooh.
I made, little like space debris bases or different types of bases for a good majority of all the kits that I brought. And that's what I spent for the last like week and a half doing. And then the day before me and my wife drove up to Utah, I'm, frantically packing everything. And, I was having a great time trying to pack everything. It was very, very stressful.
You made 10 bases, 10 dio bases for a lot of your kits.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I think it helped them stand out quite a bit. And a lot of people were actually like just talking to me about them, and then I had to explain to them. I was like, "Yeah, no, I did these all in the past like week, so they don't look super great." But they're like, "No, they look awesome. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And I'm just
they elevate. So anytime you can put your model on a base,
yeah,
when you're bringing it to a competition, it elevates the kit so
Yeah,
much because
it
you're
completely
removing it
changes
from
it.
you're removing it from the table. Plus, you also did not only did you didn't just put the models onto a dio base, you elevated it too with the brass
Yeah.
rod, so they're all kind of floating, which is spectacular.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think on Friday, because there's like 3 hours on Friday that you can set up and is like just kind of like a preliminary part of the show. And I spent all 3 hours setting up all my kits. So yeah,
And before we go over to Cobra, did you win anything?
so the Sosby that I brought took gold which was really cool. And a lot of the modelers that I was talking to, like I would just see them throughout the day, or when we had gone back to the house after getting dinner, like they just kind of like brought it up like very quickly. They're just like, "Hey, your stuff is really really great. I liked looking at it." They're like, "I had no idea what I was looking at, but it was good." And I was like, it meant a lot because I've
Yeah.
never met these guys before. I had a vague idea that they'd never done like any Gundams before or anything like that. They're mostly just armor and like military like airplanes, ships and stuff like that. But they made it very like they made sure to at least let me know that they thought that it was cool, and I was like, that's awesome. Like they really really care about making sure that the modeler like feels I guess like seen, kind of.
Yeah.
They want you to know that like your stuff is good, and they want you to keep bringing stuff. And that was one of the coolest things, because there wasn't a ton of Gundams. It was me, Josh, and I want to say like 2 or 3 other people that really brought Gundam stuff.
Yeah.
So it compared to all of the military models or cars or anything that was on the tables, we're really outnumbered. So there's not too much to really represent our main category. So it was really cool that they still appreciated us being there, even though
Yeah.
they don't know what we're doing. And it made me feel like it was worth going, just so that I could
Yeah.
experience that.
Yeah. That's the vibe that we are trying to cultivate here in Oregon, at least with our IPMS brothers over at the Mid Valley show. Those guys for a long time have been, just doing armor kits and vehicles and stuff. And then when we come in with our Gundam stuff, they are super interested. They all look at it. They don't know what they're looking at, but they want to see it. And they're encouraging of bringing more. They always want us to bring more and more kits, more kits, more kits. So um, that is a cool vibe that we're also trying to cultivate here in Oregon. So it's really neat to hear that they're doing that over there too. The next gen of model builders is really into sci-fi and Gundam and stuff. So yeah, there's
That's
got
what
to
they kept
be.
telling me.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
It's neat to see that acceptance, because in the
yeah.
world we live in right now, acceptance is something that's kind of hard to find sometimes. So in our hobby space, there seems to be a lot of acceptance for just everything. If you're building a model kit, people want to see it. So yeah, big congratulations to you, man, for that Sotheby Gold. I know that that's a kit you spent a buttload of time on, and you've brought it to a few shows. And you went back and did some cleanup work on it, I think, after the Jamboree,
No, it
or
was
before the
before the
Jamboree.
Jamboree. Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
brought it up there.
yeah. So when I heard that you got a gold, I was so stoked for you, dude. So yeah. Josh, what about you? Kits you brought? Why'd you bring them? And like what your process was for getting prepped?
Yeah, so mine was a different case because, of course, Chris, he, bless his heart, he decided to drive to this show, and it was definitely all the worth it. For me, I was flying. It's the furthest east I've ever been. So it not only was it my first time Utah, but Rocky Mountain. So I was really trying to wrap my head around the thought of like just air travel and stuff. And before, when I went to SEGMC, I like packed all my kits in like tiny lunch totes, but seeing that I was trying to pack light this time around, I was suggested there's like on Amazon or like Walmart, you can get like these sort of carrying totes that are they're two-tiered layered that actually fit underneath the seat of an airplane, like pretty nice. So I had to really think inside the box, basically, as far as what I could bring and fit. And having talking to some of these guys that run the show, the biggest thing that they want to see is your progression as a builder. So, even though Chris, for example, he's brought like a bunch of Gunpla only subjects, I'm able to actually go in there and see his growth, which is really awesome. So for me, being someone who I'd like to hope that I'm just a modeler for sci-fi, I really wanted to bring a variety of stuff I've done, not just Gundam. Like I brought in a few master grades, high grades, some other sci-fi subjects. I just wanted to at least show everybody like I have a full range of stuff that I can do. It doesn't have to just be mecha. I even brought
Yeah.
my little Girls in Panzer inspired paint job on a 48 scale Stug. which was cool. So literally everything in my container was jam packed, like models on top of models. I had my master grade Guion in there with its feet sticky tacked on the side wall of my
That's
rack,
smart.
which I don't know if I would recommend sticky tack because again, the Utah heat, it gets warm and that does affect the sticky tack. But thankfully the Guion is on a base, so whatever I had to pull off, anything that happens to those feet, you're not going to see. So, I've had stuff wrapped in bubble wrap, little bits of tissue paper and things literally all crammed in there. If you saw it, you would probably get a little worried that maybe something in there would have got damaged or scratched. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. I think I got lucky. And even including through the TSA part was like really jarring because like I've heard a whole bunch of horror stories, but I think it helps that if you have a clear container and they can obviously see like what you have, what you're bringing, your experience is going to go a lot smoother for the show.
Those Amazon containers are really interesting. Shoot me a link to that whenever you can, and I'll add it to the show notes because I'm going to be making a few flights this year to Plamo and then to the Netherlands later this year with some model kits, and having something like that is a really good idea. So,
yeah,
that's actually a really good idea too for a podcast meat and potatoes episode. Gunpla competition packing.
Yeah,
could be really helpful for people, and we could take pictures of like how we've packed our stuff and show it off. So that's a really interesting idea.
I think that would be really helpful. Yeah.
Do you guys have pictures you'd like to share with the class?
Yes, I do.
Chris recently learned how to open pictures on his computer.
Yeah, I recently learned how to, turn on my computer and use it. So it's
for something other than Fortnite?
Yeah, something other than Fortnite. So here, hang on. Let's
while Chris is opening that, I did to kind of answer Dan's question to Chris following up. I did get a gold for my
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah.
No, you're
I'm so sorry, dude.
Don't worry about it. I did get a gold for my full armor Gundam. The judges were like basically between the full armor and my recently completed build of the assault tank from Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So I was really appreciative that they chose the full armor. That kit is. I've done that thing 5 years ago, and every time I bring it to a new show, it somehow catches somebody's eyes. So it's going to be now a staple.
Dude.
Yeah, it's going to be a staple.
Wanted to look at that thing. That thing had like, I want to say like a whole coin purse in front of it with just like how many chips were on that thing. Everybody loved that thing. I walked up to you during the show. I was like, yeah, you were right. A lot of these like armor guys really like this thing because I think it was like halfway through the day. I think there was like, I want to say like 4 or 5 different chips on it. I was like, dude, this is nuts.
It was that in the tank, yeah. And that's the one thing I love about this show is you're gonna basically meet the echelon of big names in the other genres, like the community. And it shows. Like one other person, Bobby Young, I think is his name. I apologize if I butcher it. He just recently was featured on Adam Savage's channel with his 3D printed bomber. I don't know if you have photos of that in the gallery.
I threw that one in here.
But completely scratched. We'll talk about that more than when we get to it. But yeah, there were just a whole echelon of talent. It was really awesome. And it felt very humbling to be able to get all the feedback and love, especially with the poker chips. Yeah. Like there was no category for mecha, unfortunately. And I know they're looking to do that next year. But just the fact that Chris and I were able to go and feel like we were a part of the community, regardless, was really nice.
Yeah. Again, I'm sorry I didn't bring that up. It was my intention to shout out that you guys both took golds home. That's a huge deal. You guys are both you both went to the show for the first time and both pulled golds.
Yeah.
So huge congrats to you two, Cobra. You're a humble guy. You're a really good modeler. So when you go to a show, it never surprises me when you walk away with a medal. It never does. I'm always like, it makes sense.
That makes one of us.
And your builds, just like each build, gets better and better. And I look at them and I'm like, this is peak right here. This is the peak. and then you do your next build, and it's like, well, hold on a second, I have to reevaluate my rating of peak because now this one is really really good. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other
huge
thing that
congrats.
oh, thank you, man. So the numbers real quick. So there were over 1,000 models on display for their third show, and them being at their first time in this particular menu. So their menu is at a cultural arts center, which is really great. Great venue, very beautiful. I think we'll
It
go
was
over that later.
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
It was
very awesome.
yeah.
And
That venue is top tier.
It looked like there was a ton of natural light inside.
there
Yeah.
was. So
Which
think of
helps
like
a lot.
Museum of Flight level of lighting, but they had one side of the so the entire showroom floor is glass walled, and half of that was covered with just curtain, and you still
Yeah.
got really good lighting. So yeah, like
Sometimes
over
when you go to some competitions, it's all artificial lighting,
yeah.
fluorescent artificial lighting, because it's in like a big, like a not a hangar, but like a big auditorium. What am I trying to say? here?
Yeah, it's like in a warehouse, pretty much.
Mhm.
Warehouse style, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but natural light just on a model kit, regardless of what you've built, always looks superior to fluorescent, white light.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I noticed that, like, first off, I was like, whoa, there's a lot of light in this room. That's cool.
Yeah. At ODO, the building that they have their venue in, there's these little windows in like the top of the building that halfway through the day the sun shines through and it'll shine onto the tables, and then taking pictures of the models as the light shining down on them is so cool.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite parts. I always try to get like pictures of the models I really like during that time. So it's just like it's because it looks so awesome.
Mhm.
Because natural light just helps with these kind of like model kits like so much. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. And for the photography too, like when you
Yeah.
go in to edit your photos, so, for color correction or light correction, it makes it so much simpler, and you have so much more warmth to your photos. That's natural warmth instead of artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got here?
So speaking of Doug, who sold Josh the X-Wing, this is his Millennium Falcon. This is a super, super highly detailed, really awesome like kit that I like. Even my wife was just like, "Can I get that one?" And I was like, "No, honey."
Yeah, you want to spend $400 on a PG Millennium
Is this the
Falcon?
PG?
Yeah,
Yes,
that is the
this
PG.
PG
Okay.
Millennium Falcon.
You can use your scroll wheel to zoom in on the photo too if you want to show off details.
Yeah. So we're all learning, but yeah, like the amount of detail that he put into this thing.
Oh, I love the paint chipping.
Yeah, just like the chipping on all the different colors and everything like that, and all the grates and all the little armatures and everything like that is super, super, super awesome.
This did get a special award too.
Yes, I think this got a like sci-fi or best of sci-fi, whatever the category was, but somebody really liked it, so it got a placard. And
Sick.
This one really, really stood out to me. I liked this one quite a bit.
I love how it's on the mirrored
so you can
piece of acrylic there,
you
so
can
see underneath
see
it.
all the underside detail, because he detailed everything, and Doug was really, really cool to talk to. I talked to him at the end of the show, and he was showing somebody like his fossils that he got, and then he just talked to me because I was standing right there, and he's like, do you want a trilobite? And I was like, okay. It was super cool. So
Hey, little kid, you want a fossil?
yeah, he was like, hey youngster, you like fossils? And I was like, all
I
right.
do.
Yeah.
So
I see how they've taped off the table here. You're talking about how they can tape off for different sizes of collections.
So
That's cool.
So he had a quarter of the table because he just had his Millennium Falcon on the table. So, some people would get quarters, some people would get half. And that's kind of how they divided everything up. But it was done in a way to where every modeler was able to showcase all of their stuff. And so that, and then they have the little name placards there so that who is who. And that really helps with everything. And then here's Josh's seminar that he put on that was really, really cool, and may or may not have ruined my financial stability, because now my wife wants to do Gundams. So yeah, it was really, really fun. That was super cool. Then like the amount of armor and like naval ships and stuff like that was on the table, that like the amount of detail and weathering that these guys put into this kind of stuff is just, it's super awesome.
Speaking of Doug, there's Doug in the back right there.
Oh yeah, there's Doug. And there's you too.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but like there's so many different kinds of models on the tables. You know, it's not limited to just, you know, like one category, because everybody will have everything that they've done. And a lot of people do different kinds of models. Like this guy, he did that tank and then he did this. It was like one of my, you'll see a lot of pictures of this one because I was obsessed with this thing. It was right across from me at the show. It was insane. Like the amount of detail that he put. I talked his ear off for like 30 minutes. He was telling me about all the dry brushing and all the details and everything like that he did, and like how he had to drill out the pillars to get the lights in there. It was just so awesome.
That's the size of like a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is. It was. I want to say it was like 3.5 feet tall.
It was
It
huge.
was huge, but like the detail that he put in here, like with all the dry brushing and everything like that. He's a miniature painter, so he knows what he's doing here. But
It's
yeah,
kind of hard to tell on stream right here because the quality is a little funky, but I didn't see any layer lines on there.
so I don't remember exactly what the maker of this one is, but it goes to a tabletop game for like Cthulhu. And
Wait,
it's
this is
like,
the thing you use in game?
yeah, I think there's a miniaturized model of it, but it comes if you picked out this
Gosh.
like version of the, because it was a Kickstarter. So if you pay for this level of it, then you could get the full scale model of it. And I saw two
So this
other
is the
ones.
cast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cast.
Okay.
And I saw two other ones at game stores up in Utah, so that was really cool. So it was kind of funny to see 3 of them centralized in one area,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then like this showcases another, like, you know, like a full display of somebody's work. And this bug kit bash was really awesome. That
We got Strike Freedom,
Kshatriya
Kshatriya,
and Machine Creaker.
the Osiris
And Machine
Dominator
Krieger.
as the legs, and then it has Machine Krieger stuff. It has a Barbatos
Dominant.
Cauldron as like the cockpit. And this guy also did a
Ooh.
Gerbera Tetra, like full resin kit. He told me never to buy it because it really sucks. But like the outcome of it was amazing. And then here's some more pictures of the bug. He did
right
all
there,
the
the
LEDs.
bug, that has got to be, I don't even know, $600 worth of model kits.
Oh yeah, it's an expensive model kit, but the guy, he was just like,
Well, you
"Yeah,
have 3. So the Osiris Dominator is a $300 kit. The Machine and Krieger, those things are expensive. I don't know how much that kit is. And then that looks like perfect grade Freedom.
Yeah, they're perfect grade Strike Freedom wings.
Fin.
And then he does all the electronics and stuff like that. And
Yeah, so that's like $600 worth of plastic right there,
it's
at least.
models. And then he was telling me, like, he's just like, yeah, and then I want to do the base, so I did it in like 30 minutes, you know, like last week. So I was like, dude, that's so sweet.
Oh, sick. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
So this is.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead,
Go
Chris.
for
Sorry.
it. Go for
Oh,
it.
so this is the 1/350 of scale, the original series Enterprise. So you can do a lot with this particular kit. It's very awesome to see these in the wild, because the only other ones you can find is if you head up to Skyway Hobby towards up here in Washington. There's one like put together and built, but just seeing all the lights, the base is all custom. It's beautiful stuff. I was staring
these
at
Polar
this for a
Lights kits are not, okay, they're not Bandai level of fitment. There is a lot of gap filling and seam filling that you have to do. So to take it from the base kit to this level is a ton of work. So just this detail with the shuttle bay is insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was a
There's
sticker
card
or something.
Nope. It was like fully done up, and it has its own LEDs.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
The amount of this guy, I can't remember his last name, but his name was Scott.
Hall. Scott Hall.
Yeah. So he, we'll see.
Oh, that's my brother.
Yeah.
We'll see another couple of his models throughout this. That's his Star Destroyer that he did, or what I.
Yeah, it's the Vesda Star Destroyer. So it's a much bigger kit than the Bandai one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at,
Oh yeah, all the little fiber optic lights.
yeah.
Mhm.
So all the lights that he did in here, like just like drilled it out and everything like that. It was super cool. Like seeing all of that detail and like because he as soon as we walked up, he started talking to us about everything. It was really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, and then that's another picture of the Polar Lights kit.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
That guy's trying to grab it in the background. It's like, no.
That's
Touch it.
well, it was him. It was Scott.
Oh, he's trying to grab his own model. No, don't do it.
When we had walked up to the table, and me and Josh just started talking to him, it was super cool.
That thing
So this guy
swivels
likes Star
too.
Wars or Star Trek. This guy likes Star Trek.
Yeah. There's another one. I'm pretty sure I put another picture of it in there.
Well, he
Is that
grabbed
the
it.
Reliant?
Faces.
Yeah, that's the Reliant in 1.5.
Sick.
I think it's 550 scale or something. Yeah, it's much smaller.
No, that's
cool.
Yeah. All my pictures got jumbled up. I have another picture of the Reliance in here somewhere. So they're super like really like well done. All the like the LED work and all the work that he puts into these is nuts.
The custom bases alone are pretty incredible.
Yeah.
They're really sweet.
Definitely probably one of my favorite displays from the show is just because he's not only got the Enterprise and the Reliant, he's got the Star Destroyer, he's got the Moebius OG Galactica next to it too, which I need to build at some point, and it's seen.
Yeah, you got that one.
Seen it built in person, it was a lot bigger than I thought. So
yeah,
I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. Then here's one of the other Gundam models that somebody had. They did like a full little diorama. They had an exploded Leo in the water. He's really cool guy. Part of the Utah Gundam group.
Nice water effects on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really sweet. But then there's like just all kinds of other stuff like in here that's just like
got some Warhammer.
Just beautiful work. Like the detail on these ones. I realized that I really like the Age of Sigmar stuff because like it's just it's cool. The designs are really out there, but like the models are really well detailed. It's something that I like quite a bit. But then like they have 40K stuff. It's like
Terminators there.
Yeah, definitely
really sick.
Yeah, I think those are Jamie Bradley's stuff.
No,
or is it Mark's?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Mark.
No, he did another display of the Terminators. He did all.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg, he was there, right?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg was there.
Oh no, that's the podcast guy. I'm thinking.
Yeah, but then like here's some. I think these are salamanders.
Dark Angels.
They're colors, or is that black or green?
They're Dark Angels.
Yeah, if I knew how to read, it would be really awesome. And I wish the picture was more focused.
It's so cool to see all this Warhammer stuff at the show.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and the amount of Warhammer stores that they have in that area.
Oh boy,
is crazy. Like going into those stores, seeing all the models, and seeing all the models that were on the tables. I understand why you've dove head first into this, Ian. It's awesome. But I'm starting to understand it more, and talking to my friends at work, it's gotten more into me. Like I'm just like, I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on this stuff. But like there were a ton of really awesome like Star Wars models too. This is Lando's N1, or not Lando, Mando's N1. Mando. Sorry. This one was really cool. I think it was a lot better than Josh's.
That's fair. Nice finish on it.
That's fair. I really just like this design. But yeah, Josh's is in here somewhere. But this is Casey Gray's display. Casey was super, super cool to talk to. He
Yeah, cool guy.
sat down at dinner with me and Josh, and we talked his ear off, about Gundams way too much. So, we started talking about other stuff.
I mean,
Is
it
that why
kinda
they didn't
helped-
join the club?
Well, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps that we had a mutual person that we know. It was Gunpla Luke, so we all knew who
Yeah.
Luke was. So that kind of
Oh, cool.
kicked off stuff for the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Casey's from the Tulsa area, and he is one of the showrunners for the Route 66 modeling competition out in Tulsa. So it was really cool to talk to him about that, and it made me want to go to his show also so that I can meet Luke for the first time, because I really want to go out there. But he had some really, really beautiful Machine Krieger stuff that was awesome. I got to talk to him about all the different kind of like stylings of it, and why I should buy Machine Krieger and everything like that. And then he had this what is this, a Gonk droid, right?
Yeah, Gong Droid.
yeah.
It's like a resin printed Gong Droid.
So he was talking to me about how he hated that they picked this one to judge, because he's just like, I spent so much time on my Machine Krieger stuff, and then they pick the Gonk droid. But I loved this thing.
Coca-Cola.
Like he has the little detonators from Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, the little like Coca-Cola bottles that they have there.
Yeah,
He had
that's
those
really,
things in there.
really smart.
And then it was just such a well done model. Like all the detail and weathering and everything like that he put into it was amazing. But you can see that on his Machine Krieger stuff, like the washes and everything like that. It was awesome to really like pick his brain about this kind of stuff. I really, really enjoyed it.
That's kind of the thing, right? Like time doesn't always translate beauty to the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
So, and that's not like a downplay, but it's just like you could spend less time on this model, but to somebody else, it could be the coolest thing ever. So it's a big shout out, compliment to Casey's work.
Yeah. There's another picture of the Gonk droid. It was really cool. I loved it. I even when we were talking, I was just like, I know you're gonna be mad at me, but it's like one of my favorites like that I've seen today. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's a couple more pictures of his Machine Krieger stuff. And then here's
Nice.
I can't remember
Great unclean one.
Yeah, but like the detail on this thing is super cool. I wish I was able to
You
take
fight
a
this-
little bit better photos.
You fight this thing in Bolt Gun, the game on Steam.
Sick.
Fight it a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's really gnarly looking.
This was super, super cool. Like it's like I said, all the Warhammer models that I saw, I was like, yeah, these are sweet. And then here's like a kit bashed Gyaradoga that has like some little extra parts. It was taken down a ground Gundam. It was just super, super cool. It's kind of stuck out to me. And then they had this on display as well.
I saw this one.
Yeah, like it
Absolutely
really,
gorgeous.
like they really like made it stand out because it's so elevated.
I have never seen someone do something like this before.
Yeah,
It is such a cool concept for a display.
Yeah,
I
it's
wish
really
I was able
nice.
to talk to them to see how they display this at their house because it's so tall. Like, where are you putting this thing?
I got a chance to talk to him. I didn't ask him about the particular base, but he, I did get a chance to chat with him. He was a pretty awesome guy. Shout out to him. Names are escaping me right now, but that whole scratch build's all done with just a few aircraft kits and made into a completely unique piece.
Man, that's out of focus. Yeah. It like the base that they did is super cool. I love all the little debris and everything like that. It's super, super awesome. It's like a little cutout of a scene. Really, really nice. And I wish this was in focus, but I think you guys have seen this at another show, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never seen that.
Or it was somewhere. I'm misremembering it, but it was a really cool like forced perspective on that person's display. Like they just make you look into that, and then it looks really, really cool. Oh man, that's out of focus too. I'm not a great picture taker. There's another picture in here of that one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like they're just beautiful like displays. This one, oh shoot, I'm forgetting his name now. He's the dad of one of our club members. He did a full display of tanks in coffee cups. It was really, really awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah, they're like the amount of like it's such a unique like way to do models. It really
Yeah.
really stood out to me. Like the amount of
Yeah,
detail.
creativity on display is pretty cool.
Yeah. Like and this is if I'm not mistaken, this is the tank that they drove when they served in the military.
Oh, cool.
And this is the mug that they received from like at like for doing
Nice.
something in the
Yeah.
in the military, and then he threw his tank on that mug. It was really really cool. Like
That's
the
really neat.
blast effect with the bullet coming off of it was
Yeah.
super super cool. And I think there's and then this is the last one that they did. I liked this one a lot just because they had the spoon in there.
It was done by David Clark.
Yeah, David Clark. That's what it was. Yeah, and it was super super awesome to see like this level of display. Like I bent down to look at everything, and then I was like, it smells like coffee because he has a bunch of coffee beans all spilled throughout the display.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it was really really cool.
Really fun to look at. Yeah.
I'm always trying to figure out how to incorporate smell into my builds. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Mine's like the aftermath of Taco Bell.
yeah. Give him a scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
And then like there, like as you can see, a lot of people like this one. I like this one a
Wow.
lot too. Just like I like the propeller effects on this one, the damage, like everything on these.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, this
Yeah.
particular plane was inspired by a book
Yeah,
of
there
real
you
life
go.
events that happened in World War II.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it was super super neat to see like all of the different one, like the different like details in this thing was amazing. It got a
Well-
couple of like best of awards too, just because
Mhm.
it was like the level of work put into it. It was amazing.
Well, the
Nice.
builder did 2 of these. So not only if you can, it's I know it's a little hard to see, but they did a German plane right next to it to show scale. So not only do they have this in flight, but they have one also in landing gear too.
Oh,
Because how the
gotcha.
book goes is this German pilot actually lets this American bomber go, and then years and years and years after the war, the pilots from both countries actually got to meet afterwards. So it's a
Sheesh.
pretty cool, yeah.
So I'm assuming that
Very cool.
is
Yeah,
this-
Higher Call. That's the book right next to it. It's based off a book called A Higher Call.
yeah. I'm assuming this is the
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's on the same base. Duh. But yeah, it's based off of that book. There, it was really really neat. Wow, this beautiful out of focus detail picture. Good job, Chris. Great, great job. And then here's some cars. I love cars.
I like
Oh,
cars.
Yeah,
They're fast.
I love cars very very much. This is a Porsche 917. I want to say. It's it is a car built for Le Mans, the 24
Mhm.
hours of Le Mans. Beautifully done model. Super super cool to see like these large scale models like actually being done and done to a level that's like just nuts.
The decal work that these guys do is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they are insane, and like all the detail on the engines and everything like that is amazing. And the same with the GT40, like the seat belts that they did, the little cloth seat belts, all the detail on the seats. Like it is like basically 1-to-1 to the actual car.
Perfect.
It's awesome. I truly hope to get to this level one day. I really want to get this model specifically because I really love the GT40. It's such
Yeah.
an awesome car, and it means a lot to like just like American racing heritage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So really really sweet.
If you haven't seen the movie, watch Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, that's
Very, very good.
that. It's a little inaccurate, but still really good movie. Still
Great
really good movie.
Has Matt Damon in it.
Yeah, Matt Damon, not Mark Wahlberg. I always get the mixed up.
Christian Bale.
Yeah,
He's in it
he-
too. And they go in
he-
fast cars. Really
he
fast.
plays
really,
Ken Miles really
Oh,
well.
Willie fast.
really
Yeah.
fast cars.
So here's another picture of David Clark's display with the tanks. It was really cool. And then you can see his son's display with the Gundams. I think there's a
Nice.
picture in here of that. But me and him talked for a while about painting and stuff like that. And I trying to get him to kind of see, it's not super hard to get into painting. You can, really get into it for pretty easy. And his dad has an airbrush booth and stuff like that. So I was just like, mooch off of him a little bit and get the juices going. And I was just like, if you have any questions, just ask me, man. Like it's super fun. I want to see you do more because he like his like just work already is pretty good. And then here's another one by Mike. He did the bug. I really like the cockpit detail here with the LEDs and stuff like that. He was talking to me about how hard it was to run LEDs on this one because it's a solid chunk of resin. So he had to like drill everything to route everything correctly, and it was really, really cool. But the detail on it is super awesome. Like the weathering that he did on it, just nuts. I truly liked his display. And here's another one that he did. He kit bashed it with the Goo Flight type resin backpack parts, Gyaradoga legs, and then I forget what the other kit was. That's the main
Machining Krieger.
Yeah, Machining Krieger. So he really likes kit bashing Gundams and
the Lunar
Machining
Diver,
Krieger.
I think.
Yeah, dude. Like it's super cool. Like the camo on it was awesome, and all the weathering that he does on his models is super, super cool. There's another shot of the bug. That's the Barbatos shoulder pauldron I was talking about. And then like you can see all the detail on this. He told me that he spent 600 hours on this model.
Good grief, that's dedication right there.
Yeah, you'll see in all of the parts of this thing, every single panel is touched, and every single part has like very particular weathering and detail added to it. It's so crazy. Like
Good night.
The work put into this thing was amazing. It was amazing to
medal in anything.
I did not see which one he got, but I would be remiss if he didn't get gold on that. Then here's some more detailed pictures of the Cthulhu, like seeing all the different colors and stuff like that he added.
Yeah, it looks so gross.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah. It's just like
stop.
It's super cool.
That's right, Bruce. I got my son in the studio right now.
Yeah, but like the work that he did on the base here is awesome. And then here's the little miniatures that go with the game. So you can really get a sense of scale there.
Those
very, very small
40 mil bases.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But then he was talking to me about how like he let me pick it up because he's just like, just see how heavy it is. So he told me grab the leg and just lift it up. And it's like it's like 20 pounds. It's actually pretty light. You'd think that it'd be a lot heavier. But like it's just super, super cool. But like it's just I was just like infatuated with this model.
Is that a UV light shining on that, or is that just naturally glowing like that?
No, so he dremeled out all these cracks and then installed LEDs on the inside and then put like clear resin on the backside so that they shine through. You can see it on this pillar too, how like the colors are just shining through. And he did it on the front side. He was talking to me about how he wanted to go back, or if he could do it again, he would do the entire thing, and then just like basically like he was running me through how he would do it a lot easier with like resin and stuff like that, just to make it a lot quicker, so that it wasn't as hard to do the all the work on it, because it's like super thick too. But yeah, like just the detail on everything, I was just like, this is awesome. And then it's just so like cool. And then here are his miniatures. Super super gross, but the detail,
super well done.
The skin tones and everything like that.
Yeah, those are so hard to get right.
Oh, okay. Everything's out of order, man.
So did you have pictures of that bomber from, I think it's Bobble Young?
I do.
Bobble Young?
It's in here. It's in here. My one not so great picture of it. It's in here. And there's another shot of the bug. And then detail pictures of all like the LEDs and stuff like that. And then just more detail shots of it. It was really, really pretty looking. I liked it. And then here's, Mr. One and Only. So funny story about
this kit made when Cobra did this one. It made me want to build one because I was never really interested in this suit, and then Cobra did it, and I was like, oh.
So
I see.
Josh brought the F91 so that I could see it, and then I told him I'm more excited to see this than that because I was just like, dude, it's so cool. Like the detail on this thing is awesome. And you don't see the Guion done ever. It's like, and
Yeah.
I was so happy to be able to see this.
I've never seen one done like this well before.
Yeah, like the scribing work, the weathering, the base, like it's just beautiful. I love it. And there's the F91, whatever. It's but
It's okay.
I love it. I love it so much. You did such a great job, and
Yeah.
it meant a lot to me that you did it for my group build earlier this year. It was really, really cool. I love all the work that you did on it, the weathering and everything like that. It's awesome.
If I had to do it again, I wouldn't have done it on a pre-built kit.
Yeah. Hey,
One
but
that I
you
didn't
have
snap up yet. Yeah,
You have another one.
I
So,
do. I have one fresh in the stack. So
yeah. But like it's just the work that you do, buddy, is awesome. I love it so much. And then here's your medal winner. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous work. Your weathering is awesome. And the fact that this survived a fire is even cooler.
yeah, that's integrated into the finish too.
Yeah.
So there's little bits
smell?
of it. No, I made sure
Oh,
it
man.
doesn't smell. No,
It's got a smoky bourbon to it.
yeah. I mean, I did do some stuff after, like the dust effects on the feet was an after, for it because it didn't have that before, and of course having to because the thing is that I've learned is that if you apply heat, you are going to have stuff get reactivated in some interesting way. So I had to like actually re-top coat the mat on this guy, just because. And when you get house fire, like those soot and stuff, that can get integrated into your paint too. Like it will reactivate and get itself in. Thankfully, this model wasn't really affected by that. But like, say if you get like a kit that's got snapped out of the box with a top coat, like from like just regular top coat, you're gonna see that more so. But thankfully, this one didn't get that as much. I'm really thankful. I would I would have cried. But thankfully, I got 2 more in the stash. If I really needed to redo it.
Yeah. And like the rusting and everything like that you did on this one, and like the object source lighting with the eyeball, super.
I was
so this is a Zaku
the Exceed
head.
Doan's, yeah. So it's Doan's Zaku from the Exceed head model line with a scratch built bust underneath it.
Oh, super, super cool. And then here's your Gelgoog. I'm gonna steal this from you one day.
You will try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try really hard. This thing is so awesome. I remember when Josh came over and put this on my desk, I was just like, oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
It's my least favorite model to build from this year, but
and then here's
still cool.
Here's Josh's N1. Super cool.
Not as shiny as the
guys, apparently.
Not as cool as the other.
The other one, but it is what it is. It's a cool model.
Serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable. Do better next time.
You know what? I'll be right on it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but genuinely,
you know what you should do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you should do? There should be Godzilla here, Hatsune Miku here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really good work. My wife loved your Star Wars stuff. So that was, you if you have her stamp of approval, then you're doing something right. And then here's your commander.
Yeah, my kill team, my Death Angels commander.
Yeah.
This thing was sick. Seeing it in person, it was awesome. And like the little lighting you did with the pistol, super cool. And here's your Zaku.
Yeah, the custom Zaku one.
I love
Origin.
this one. I love the green on it.
Yeah, the weathering, the green. It's really a vibrant green. When you're looking at it.
When I was thinking of doing it, I was still deciding color schemes, and like I noticed like some of the Origin designs were in that sort of vibrant color, whereas like a lot of Xeon suits that you see builders put together, they're all so desaturated. So
Yeah.
I decided, yeah, let's brighten up those colors a bit.
Super duper shiny. Here's your gun cannon. Super cool. I love the way that you weathered this one is super cool. I want to start doing my stuff like this. Super, super pretty. There we go. That's a nice picture of that one. I love this
Yeah,
thing.
shout out
The-
to Gary Baker, very
Yeah.
talented
Beautiful.
figure painter.
It's
Like
amazing.
the color work on this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's and like the little details with like the scarring and everything like that. So
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
It looks like a photo
Yeah.
rendered in 3D. It's pretty insane.
Same with this guy. Like
Oh my gosh, the helmet work.
yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah,
bonkers.
Gary
The
Gary
detail on
Baker
the
does
underside.
Yeah.
immaculate figure, fantasy painter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did this one as well.
Not very
Just it's crazy, dude. So seeing this stuff in person is just you never really you can't get the like you can't see it in a picture really. Like it shows some of it, but seeing it in person just makes so much of a difference. And
Mhm.
it's so worth it to go to these shows. So if you have a like an IPMS show or just a model show nearby, go to it and just
Mhm.
look. Like it, it doesn't matter if you understand this kind of stuff or like even like with the armor models. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know one tank from another, but seeing the paint work on this stuff is just it means so much to be able to see this kind of work so that you can start implementing it into your own stuff. And then here's a picture of the whole venue. There's all the windows that you can see, and then there's the site that they had covered up. But yeah, just beautiful, beautiful venue, and like just having all of the tables spread out like they were, like it's such a beautiful, beautiful setup that you can see. Like everything is just awesome. I love, I love this. Like it was such a fun experience for me. Like it really cemented itself as a show that I really want to try to make it to every year. Is just awesome. And there we go. That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Is Bobo Young's Star Fortress bomber. Just
Yeah, if
crazy.
you want to know everything about this build, go watch Adam Savage's tested newest second to newest video.
Yeah.
He was on the show and did a full interview, walked through the entire process and build theory and everything.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful, and it was awarded as such. Everybody loved this thing. It was
Yeah.
just, it was the talk of the town, and he was talking to people the entire day. It was
He designed this entire thing from the ground up.
in CAD. Yeah.
It's not like somebody else. It's not like he downloaded the STLs and printed it out
No.
and painted it. No, like from inside out,
Mhm.
structurally designed this entire thing for this build,
Mm-hmm.
for the wiring, the lighting, with
Everything.
all of that in mind.
yeah.
That's insane.
I don't know, Dan. I don't know if you were at the IPMS Spring Show. I think a few years ago, but there was a giant blockade runner on the
I didn't get to
table.
see that. No,
So that's this guy.
he has that
So
on the tested episode too.
Yeah. So like, and I got to see that in person, and very beautiful stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is it's modular to be taken apart for transport,
Mhm.
held together by magnets, which is crazy. And then his fiber optic piping method, he 3D printed or resin printed little light cubes with holes in them, pre-marked holes that he could fit his filaments into for the fiber optics.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Just to get like these little lights, a little bit of details. Like it's if you just walk by it, these are like little details that you won't catch unless you're really, really looking at it. Like the amount of work put into this thing, you gotta stare at it for a long time to see absolutely everything is just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And to say that you are the one that did everything, you designed it, you painted it, you built it. It's
It is a one-of-a-kind piece of work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're
Yeah.
truly, a one-of-one kind of builder.
Yep.
Oh, and then it's another picture of that. Yeah, and that's it. That's
Awesome.
all I have to offer.
Man. You guys have anything else you want to mention about the show before we move on?
So, real quick, I wouldn't have gone to this show if it weren't for Josh saying that he was going to this show, and then I was like, I'll do it. Why not? Whatever. So
Yeah,
I
we were in a Discord call, yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna head over there too, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna drive there." And it's like, boy,
yeah,
20-hour round trip.
it really takes a lot out of you. I see what you guys go through with coming down to SCGMC the past 2 years. That driving is not fun for that long. It's very
flying this year.
tiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I completely get it. But it was really cool. I got to see like the, national parks and stuff like that. And we got to do a lot, and I didn't have to, have somebody take me around everywhere. So that was the good bonus of it. I really liked that. Just being able to drive myself around and go to all my little card stores and stuff. It was really fun.
Awesome.
So yeah, thanks for mentioning it, man.
Yeah, of course. It's a show that I've been really wanting to go to because this is like their 3rd year, and every time they've had the previous shows, there was always something going on my end that I couldn't make it. But the fact that new venue, perfect time to go was that new fresh cultural center, really beautiful place. Shout out again to Scott and his team over at Rocky Mountain Expo and the Utah modelers there. Definitely want to see you again next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Hmm?
Well, speaking of super cool builds, let's take a look at what the club's been building. What do you say?
Let's
Get
do
right
it.
to it.
All right. Not that. Do this one. First build we've got is by Zane J.J. Nelson. This is the FSS or 5-Star Stories 144 scale bank. Beautiful work. I love the dial on this one. The grittiness of the dial really shows the scale, and the deep, nice panel lines and the nice purple. Beautiful work on this.
The way that they did the blade was super cool. I
Mhm.
have the 1/100 of this model, so made me really want to dig into it already, even though I just got it.
Yeah, it's a really neat design.
Yeah.
I love it. And in the 5-Star Stories universe, these things are massive,
Yeah.
huge. So the dial, the scale of the grittiness of the dial, like the little grits and stuff, really show off the size of
Super
it.
cool.
This is a Faz, the MG Faz by Estrella.
Mhm.
This is a beast of a kit to tackle. So really nice work. Nice decal work on it.
Yeah.
Nice top coating. Turned out really beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful
Yeah.
shading as always.
Yep.
Shout out local Washington builder.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got the Brave Test Type by Corsola. I haven't seen this kit before. Is this a newer kit or am I?
No,
Okay.
it's
from
the
Double O
movie.
Trailblazer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Really cool. Really nice work on this.
Super cool.
Got an SD, or not an SD, sorry, Canned Squad. This is Erlangson's Canned Squad entry. And he did it in the Thunderbolt color scheme
Atlas.
for, I forget
Yeah.
the
Atlas,
color scheme.
yeah.
Really nice work. Little decals and details all painted up and everything. Some masking work done. Turned out really
Super
nice.
sweet.
Yeah. Have you seen a lot of entries for that yet, Cobra? Because you're a judge in that, right?
Yeah, I'm a judge. I haven't been really privy to all the entries yet or how many. I've basically just but I'm definitely looking forward to see all of them that come in.
Mm-hmm. We've got another one. This is the Brave Commander test type from Corsola.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very dynamic
blue.
pose. Nice work on it.
Yeah.
And we've got some builds here from Chris. We've seen these before, but these have dials now.
They have
Mhm.
So this is kind of we're looking at these dials with the brass rod work.
It's got
Yeah.
robbed
Really
his butt.
elevates. Really elevates the thing. Makes it
Yeah.
pop. And your photography, dude, is looking very, very nice.
I'm trying to get better with it. Everything's
Sometimes
coming
it's hard for me to tell the difference between your models and Cobra's models now at this point.
Okay, that's
You
what
guys
I'm
have
going
the
for.
exact.
I'm
You
trying
guys
to-
have the
I'm trying to
exact
make this
same
a little-
photo style.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got the Shockwave Blocky by Hitoki. Super fun little build.
Yeah, very
What
cool.
class is this one? Ian, do you remember the class? It's like action class, I think.
Classic class.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, those are the smaller ones, right?
Yeah.
They're like 5-6 inches tall.
Okay.
Ooh.
Got another one by Chris. This is the MG F80J Cannon Raid Custom.
Yeah.
Put on a nice big dio here on this one, and I
It's a big,
love
big
the
dio.
love the dirt effect. you
Oh,
put on the
damn.
legs, dude. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, this
Makes
was
it
the,
look really lived in.
This was the base that I did for the Chrisimisu Dio class. Super
Oh.
great info.
And-
just go and check it out, and you can learn how to do a Dio super quickly, and it'll you'll have stuff that looks like this, like really easy.
Did you do focus stacking on this?
No, this is just using the manual focus on the Samsung Pro photo mode on their camera app.
Oh, because it's got everything's in focus from what's close to what's far. It's
Yeah.
really
It
it looks like focus stacking. That's cool.
that Pro photo mode on the newer Samsungs, oh my gosh, it is so awesome.
That's what Cobra uses.
Yeah, I can control my focus.
No.
Isn't that what you use?
No,
You can-
I use a Nikon D3300.
But you did a tutorial on Instagram or somewhere where you were talking about the pro mode.
Yeah, that was just kind of looking like if you have an Android or phone, more than likely you have a pro mode on your phone.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
for people that are starting out,
yeah,
The fact this is taken with a phone camera makes me think, what am I doing with all this fancy camera gear?
yeah, cameras on phones have evolved exponentially.
Yeah, it lets you control like the ISO and the colors and everything, and it's
Yeah.
super awesome.
Here's another really good example. Here's another one from Chris. This is the MG F90 Cluster Gundam. Another good example of that focus. You've got a lot of things in focus here, not really losing very much on the bokeh effect. So
Yeah,
love the colors on this one, on this build. But yeah, another example of the Dio, nice slice of life.
I'm
Pretty cool.
having a lot of fun with them. It's the same with this one. They're so fun to do. I was having fun with like adding these little like kind of canyon bits in there. There's like a little itty bitty one under the like the Y unit for the cluster, and then there's that big one right there on the side of it. You can't really see it in that photo, but it's there's another picture where it's like zoomed in where it's like a little like canyon in there. It's super fun. And then I had some fun using like the heat gun to add a little bit of like texture with the paint. So it allowed me to like dry brush some more like texture into the paint. It was super cool. It was really
So that's
fun.
a really good tip. If you're messing with the pink foam, just remember to ventilate. But yeah, the heat will like cause it to essentially melt and create all that surface detail. So,
and you can do the same with the paint if you're drying the paint with the heat gun too. It'll kind of like make it like crinkle up and stuff. It'll give it a nice effect.
Here's the this one's by Ready Builder 2. This is the Gray's Custom Redux. Love the photography here. Really nice pose. Really nice paintwork.
Yeah, I love that blue.
Very clean. Very nice looking with some like soft shading on there.
To pose his kits because he really likes to just make them stand and like give him like a really like basic pose. So I told him just pose them and then you're golden.
Oh yeah.
This is a build that he did 6 years ago that he redid to just fully repainted it, and it came out amazing. He's learning how to do shading. Great work.
Yeah, super nice. I love the subtle shading on it. It's really cool. Here's another one by Chris. There's a lot more photos in the Discord, so if you want to check these out, which you should. This one I loved.
Yeah, this
is the RGZ 91 Re-GZ custom revamp.
Yeah, I went back through this one. It was gloss coated. I just wet sanded it, flat coated it, and then weathered it up and gave it a base just to give it a little bit more spice. I put the Zeta next to it that I just finished, and I was like, yeah, this thing looks like crap. Sorry.
Gloss Gloss is cool and everything, but I'm in the matte camp for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've grown into just wanting to do everything matte. Gloss is kind of
Yes.
Gloss is good on some
Excellent.
kits. I think
Yeah.
for me though, aesthetically, most kits look good matte, but I've seen people do gloss coats on some kits, and I'm like, dang, it's hard to do. Silver Lichen did this Tamiya Abrams Tusk tank.
Oh,
This is their first time they've done a piece of armor.
oh my
So
god.
they were like, never again, because
Oh,
this is a lot of glue on this kit, but they
Yeah.
did it. They did it. Persevered.
awesome job, Lycan. Very good
Yeah.
job.
It's a big chunky tank too. Oh, here's another tank. This is the Star Wars Legion ATT battle tank by Cobraplamo. We got to get this guy in the club. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here. He's on the podcast. Do you want to talk about this at all?
Yeah, I could talk about it briefly. I had this thing sit in my stash for a while. I had started some of the assembly, and then, of course, John Bonani built one, and it looked really, really good. And it made me want to put the kit back in the box and wait a little bit, just because his skills in armor are very immaculate. So after a few years here, I did an event at the Museum of Flight, which is where Model Mania is hosted, and they had basically a Star Wars day on the weekend. And just I had this tangent I was like, why don't I crack this thing open and see if I can get this painted in time? So I did get it almost painted. I was like 90% done. And then after, of course, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to push myself to get the rest of it finished. And I was really encouraged to take it to the show for Rocky Mountain. So I went ahead and got that all finalized. So I'm pretty happy to have gotten it done finally.
This belongs in a magazine or on a Star Wars museum display with Disney.
Yeah.
It's freaking beautiful, dude.
It is insane looking.
Yeah.
Like the amount of work that you put into it and like all the different layers and shading is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, the majority of it is actually all brush and sponged.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did have a lacquer base coat on it, but the tones on it I absolutely didn't like, and I realized I'm probably gonna have to do some masking on this thing. And a part of me is like, nah, we're not gonna do any masking at all. We're just gonna brush paint this thing and see what happens. And one thing led to another.
You can get pretty far with an airbrush,
Mhm.
but to get this depth of visual splendor requires a hand.
Yeah.
And you have achieved great work here, my friend. Amazing. This one's it's a great one. This is oh shoot, did I not take the? Oh, I didn't. Okay, let me get it pulled up here because
By who it's Mermaid Steph?
Yeah, but I forget. Let me just.
Stepion?
It's the Epion with legs. It's so good. So it's also painted and everything. Like there's a lot of work that went into this, but it's but you throw the legs on there and it brings it to a whole different category.
Yeah.
This is custom gunpla, folks. This is custom gunpla. Kit bashing to the extreme. So really, really fun to look at. Love this one.
Very fabulous.
This is by Yokohama. This is a crossbone Mao.
Yeah.
Maoh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
this is the mount.
Really nice, pretty build on this. Love it.
Yeah.
And then we've got another one by Yokohama. This is the Ava Unit 0 Blocky. There's a lot more pictures on here. It comes with a big shield effect part. Really neat.
You get a lot.
So that's what we've got for builds of the week this week.
Heck yeah.
Good
Well,
job,
good
everybody.
stuff.
Yeah, very good job, guys.
Let's give a. Oh, you know what? I didn't get questions for the pod pulled up. Let me do that really fast. What was that?
Made a fart noise and then thumbs
No.
up.
Who was that?
That was me. I made a fart noise.
Was that real?
No, I made it with my mouth.
No, I think that was real.
It was
I mean,
real.
I can try really hard for you if you want to.
No, I don't want you to accidentally poop.
Yeah,
Here's a question. Here's a question from the pod or from the community. This one's from Z. And this one's mostly, I think, for Josh, because we know what a RX-78 gooner you are. Which RX-78 design is your favorite? Prototype, Gundam, G3, Origin versions, etc.
I really like just the classic OG look. If I want to push it further, I like the full armor aesthetic on top of that too. Very, very cool. You can't go wrong with RX.
And how many RXs do you have in your backlog right now?
Probably over 10.
You were saying you have like 25 of them.
Bro, that's the encompassment of everything. Like that's built, that's figures, that's like I probably might be getting close to 30. I don't know. I haven't bothered to really look. I have all kinds of things RX. Yeah. But and I just got in a little while ago. I got the Perfect Gundam in Master Grade, and then that G Armor set, with the Core Fighter and the real type color RX. So yeah, I may or may not really like the RX-78. So
yeah, we got another. This is an anonymous question for the whole group here. Let me get it pulled up here really fast. Brace yourselves. Here it is. Okay. This is more of a situational question, okay?
Oh, no.
You're at work and nature calls. You head for the only restroom in the building, but the moment you step inside, your soul leaves your body. The previous occupant has left behind what can only be described as a bioweapon. They did not just destroy the toilet, they committed an atrocity worse than anything seen in the 1-year war.
Oh.
The bowl looks like someone pressure washed refried beans onto it with a fire hose. A Jackson Pollock painting done entirely in 50 Shades of Brown. You flush once, nothing. You flush again, nothing. It's not fresh. The stains have not only dried, they've cured into the once white porcelain. The toilet looks like a beginner modeler's first attempt at sponge chipping gone horribly wrong. You hear a line forming outside the door. Shoes are shuffling, awkward coughing. And among the voices, you hear your crush. Panic sets in. You look around for salvation. There's no toilet brush, no bleach, nothing. Just you, the toilet paper roll, and the horrifying realization that in the next few moments, you must either walk out and be remembered by everyone, including your crush, as the architect of this porcelain war crime, or stay behind and manually hand polish another man's fossilized poop shrapnel off of a public toilet like you're wet sanding nubs off a Mechanic-War kit. What do you do?
Oh. I ain't touching that. That's unfortunate.
God.
listen, we're all dudes here.
So if you don't touch it, remember you're walking out, and the next person's walking in thinking you did it.
Listen, possible deniability. If it's the men's room, there's a urinal. I'll just say that I've never been to the stall. I never saw it.
Okay.
I went in there. I had to go my number one and get out. I don't know what it looks like in there. Someone gets mad. It's like, hey man, I used the urinal.
Hey man, I pooped in the urinal. The other guy though, don't go in there.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm with Josh on this too. I think I walk out and say like, listen,
I don't know.
You know me. You guys know me.
Yeah.
Just remember that when you walk in. That wasn't me. I didn't.
Well, you don't even mention it. You don't even drop it. You just go in there like nothing happened, and you walk out. And if anyone asks,
kind of like who smelt it dealt it kind of thing.
Exactly.
You didn't see it, so you didn't do it.
You're like, what do you mean? There's this? Someone did what? Like, they don't know that you didn't go in there. So
that's a good point. You're really good at casting onto other people, like you did at Walmart with Chris.
Oh my God, dude. He gaslit me into thinking that I was like, I was leaking. He was just walking behind. He was walking behind me, farting the whole time.
All of us, we
Yeah.
all believed that it was Chris that he.
Yeah,
his
he's
pants.
an evil person. He made me think that I.
Okay,
wiped
mind you, Chris did start it once in the electronics department, and then after the fact, I then realized that I had to let out. And I was like, well, Chris has already been known to gas the group, so I'll just go in there.
He's evil. I went to I had to check because I was like, dude, I feel terrible. I'm walking around this store, just like, it's a chemical attack.
Almost
pretty much.
midnight in California.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, no, it, Cobra was the one that made that mess. He's the painter of the porcelain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would walk in after him and be like, that guy. Ugh.
Get a load of this guy. So speaking of porcelain disasters, let's move right into a food related question and our final question for the pod. This is another one from Z. What food deserves to be made into a model kit that hasn't already? I thought this one was pretty fun because they have a model kit of the cup noodle, and technically the magic carp is also a food. There's a model kit of that. Okay. I would like to see something like an official sushi model kit from Bandai would be pretty fun.
So for me, I would like a hamburger 0080.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Or like Bright Noah eating a hamburger from Zeta Gundam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's like a scene where they're all eating cheeseburgers and drinks on the bridge.
Yeah.
White base.
See, for me, the scene that sticks out to me from 0080 is like, damn, he looks like a pile of hamburger. Yeah. Just, has the 0080 stamp on the box, has a V fin on the burger.
Dude, yeah.
It's a good one. Perfect.
Brilliant. What about you guys?
I would have to pick. We need a model kit of the Hot Pocket.
Oh, I'm way off frame. Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket.
Model kit.
I'm almost done.
I'm in your microwave. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
They need to hire you for like a.
It doesn't speak into it.
Get like a claymation, like of a hot pack. Just have you like voicing over it.
I need to get that video and put it up on here. You need to do an ad read for the hot.
It needs to be. It needs to be pepperoni because you don't eat anything else but pepperoni. Hot Pockets. Got cheese melting out of it. It's like it's got a bite taken out of it already.
Yeah.
Cheese is melting, and it has to be in the sleeve.
Oh yeah.
They don't do the sleeves anymore, which is stupid.
No?
But
what?
No.
What?
No.
I haven't had a hot pocket in a hot minute. That's crazy. How does it get
what?
cooked properly?
That's like great value right there.
Oh, and then
what about you, Josh? What do you want to see in a
ice cream sundae? Because
that's
all the textures, and then anyone can do whatever color ice cream that they want.
What would you paint it?
Yeah,
I could see you going ham with some washes.
Yeah, do some like color vibrant washes. Get the tech. If the model was molded to have like ice cream textures on it and stuff from the scoop, yeah, it would be awesome.
Oh, I just had a freaking idea for like a silly club build. We could resin print a bunch of like food, like ice cream sundaes, and then paint them. Have like hand painting only.
WCGA's Sunday Parlor.
Yeah, best Sunday paint job wins or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Speaking of ice cream, real quick. So when we were leaving dinner on Friday, I was taking Josh home, and we were leaving the parking lot, and then I'm checking both sides to get out of the parking lot so that we can head home, and then I forget if I noticed it or if Josh noticed it. He's like, "Hey, they have ice cream," and I was just like, "Ice cream? I love ice cream." And then he was like, "Yeah," because we were talking about just like here and there of like we should get some they're like milkshakes that they have here because they have really good milkshakes or something like that. So then I was like, okay. So I flipped around and did a U-turn, and then we went through the parking lot and then got the huge shake. I got the 44-ounce milkshake.
Oh my god!
It's called a monster shake, 44 ounces.
And you can get it extra thick, and they are not kidding. That thing is, it is just amazing. And
how'd you feel after you consumed it?
I felt great. I loved it. Since I've been back, I've gotten another one.
Oh my gosh!
I love them so much. I found out that there's one like 15 minutes away from me, so I'm just gonna be going there. And
See,
getting
what's your
ice
goal?
cream. What's up?
What's the goal here?
I want to try all the flavors.
Chris is going to be the guy where you see walk in, he's wearing the white tank top and he's not drinking beer. It's a bunch of empty 44-ounce cups
I've
from
got
the ice cream
strapped
bar.
like a bandolier.
With his gut hanging out and stains
Yeah.
all over the
Oh yeah,
the tank top.
Yeah.
Ice cream like dried up in your beard.
it's crusted
Drunk
over
on
like
dairy,
a
baby.
scab. Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Well, thanks again for the questions for the podcast. If you go into the Discord, it's the best way to do it. Head to the podcast channel, and there's an entire forum section for your podcast questions. And if your question gets read, you get we put a little check mark next to it, so you know if your question's been answered. For future events for the club, we have the group build wing. The deadline is September 12th for that. Get your wing kit finished up and sent out, and get a special spot in the protected case that we have for it, the custom case. And it will be featured with your name, your Discord name, or your Instagram handle, or both, on a big, large dio at competitions for group build competitions. So very cool. Definitely get involved in that if you want to. It's just the high grade. I think it's the 170. The kit number is 174. It's just the high grade wing. Cyberfest coming up July 11th. We're excited to go there. I think we might have a community table. If not, we will be selling Transformers there. But it's also just a really cool show to go to see everything Transformers and occasionally other things too. There's a Robotech stuff there last year.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Swap meets coming up August 15th. The Hulkening is real. We have commemorative, limited quantity rubber wristbands. Once they're gone, and they will. We don't have enough for everybody. So when you come to the swap meet, find me and claim your wristband. It says on one side, it says WCGA Swap Meet 2026. On the other side, the Hulkening, where Josh will be getting his upper body waxed. We will be painting him green, and he will be awarded a Perfect Grade Unleashed new Gundam, crowdfunded by the community. Such a fun and cool thing. Josh, thank you. I'm going to say this probably 100 times between now and then. Thank you for being willing to do this, and congratulations on your free kit. After that, we've got the Plamo show in Birmingham, Alabama, August 29th. We have a handful of folks going out there. Actually, I think right after this podcast, we're going to try to see if we can hammer out some details on flights and or hotel stays.
Yeah, we will be there.
That's a big show. We're excited for that.
Mhm.
Next, we got the IPMS Jamboree here in Oregon. That's our big show. It's going to be on September 12th. The club will be there with the club table. If you're part of the club or if you've heard about us and you're not part of the club, get on the Discord, part of the club. But also, grab a seat behind our table. We had, 15 people last year, all just hanging out, chilling. It's a great show. Really great vibes there. Come on out, slap a kid on the table, and enjoy it. And then we've got the Char's Counterattack Trivia. We have not picked a date yet, but it's going to be sometime in winter when we do the trivia night for that. Prizes to be decided, but we have some cool ideas. But yeah, plenty of time. Watch Char's Counterattack. If you've already seen it, watch it again, because trivia prizes are always bangers. So all you need to know is everything about Char's Counterattack, and you have a chance to win some really sweet swag for free, shipped right to your door. Really quick, I want to do a quick shout out for our Ko-fi supporters. We've got Duke Builds, George, Ricky Glues, Jonathan, Jason, Erlanction, Z, GMX Joe, Arbiter 9, Neverwaffle, and Pop Culture Plamo. Thank you so much to everybody that's supporting the club and our bottom line, trying to help keep everything funded around here. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. We have one more sponsor to read us out here. Hang on one second. Where did I put it? Here we go. Today's episode is brought to you by Greg's Suspiciously Wet Chair Emporium.
Have you ever sat down and wondered why your chair was damp? At Greg's, we don't ask questions, we just sell chairs. Greg's Suspiciously Wet Chair Emporium. Sit with uncertainty.
Oh, there we go. So thanks so much for listening to episode 17 of the WCGA podcast. Thank you to Josh, and thank you to Chris and Ian. Thank you guys for being part of this every week. We will catch you on the next one.
Bye bye.